everyone, welcome back to my stream. It's me, ShellshockPrime, and tonight it is all about two games. I'm going to be starting off with, well, let's go to the schedule before I say what it is. So, I'm going to be doing Hyper Light Drifter from 8 o'clock to about 10, and then from 10 to midnight is going to be some more Super Mario Maker 2. Tomorrow will be even more Hyper Light Drifter from 7 to 9, and then from 9 to midnight is going to be more Summer of Boredom, where we're going to be playing a couple of like competitive board games, like Pandemic, for example. And no stream on the weekend this weekend, but I will eventually have weekend streams coming back soon, so be sure to look forward to that. And if you haven't voted for the game I polled yet, be sure to do so. All you gotta do, let me just post a thing right here, the link. All you gotta do is make sure to vote for either Iconoclast, It'll Do 2, Into the Breach, and I Am Setsuna. And the one that has the most votes out of all these games will be the one that I'm gonna play. And I will say before I switch things over to the scene, I will say though that I will be playing It'll Do 1 separately because it's gonna be coming out on Switch, and that one I'm gonna do all in one go because it's actually a pretty short game compared to the second one. So that's something to look forward to at some point. Alright. But with that out of the way, let's get right onto it. Alright. So now we're going to start things off with some Hyper Light Drifter. Good to see you, Enigma. Good to see you. Hopefully everybody's doing well tonight. It's Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. Alright. Gotta see how much progress I can actually make right now. Because I'm hoping to make some more progress tonight. Okay, there's the autosave icon. Alright. So, right now we got Hyper Light Drifter, the Special Edition. Okay, continue where I left off. I'm gonna put the... Oh, it's already out lowest. I actually thought it was already at high, but... Alright, fan's alright for me. Alright. So, this is where I left off, back at the lake. And I'm gonna continue on. Map. The boss is over here. And I need to open this. I need to get one more. But I'm going to look around. I want to see if there's going to be another warp point somewhere around. And if there isn't, I'm going to go to the one that's already there. Like, down south. If I recall, I can't actually go there, so... I'm going to have to skip this part and go back to where I was just now. Alright, so let's go... I'm gonna go to the warp point so I can go to town real quick and get some stuff. Let me actually take a look at what I have. Alright. I have enough for at least like one more big skill. So I'm gonna at least work on that. Oh, look at that. That's actually crazy. Alright, just gotta go down a little more just to get to the warp point. Well, a lot more. Alright, knock them out. Anything here? Okay, I can get that. Alright. So let's go down this way. I want to make sure to see what's here again. I need to be here, and I need to find that. Wait. No, I don't think I go here right now. So let me go here. I don't think I should be going here. What I'm going to do right now is continue to go back to the warp point. So let me go ahead and do that. Oh, wait. I'm in the area where the warp point is. I can now go to that door on the bottom, but I'm going to do that in a minute. Right now, I'm going to go back to the map. And I'm going to go to town through the warp point. I actually could have just done the warp point itself. Alright. I can always come back here. Because the main thing I gotta do right now is progress through the story of the game. And also progress in general. Alright. So now I'm back in town. Let's go and get some stuff. I think I'm gonna get myself a skill from here. Actually, let me take a look and see what he has. Alright. Do like a charge swing. Or I can use this to bounce more. Wait. Like to bounce more of these. You know what? Alright, never mind, I have that already. This I need. Actually, I'm gonna go with that. Press Y and B at the same time, and I can slash all of those at once. Let's go and do that. I can't do it here. I wanted to test it, but I can't do it here. Alright. Okay, so now let's go and head back to the map. I'm gonna go back to the warp point that's here. So I can continue. Alright. Now that I'm here, let's go this way, since now I can actually access it. I do need to at least get one more of those before I continue on. Oh yeah, that hurts me. Alright. Hey, what's going on, Director Brony? Hope you're doing well. Go downstairs. Wow. Wow, that's crazy. Alright, back over here. Alright. Got 2 of these. 1 more, and I will get another one so I can use for skill. Yeah, I'll use one of the healing. Alright, let's go up a bit. That's gonna lead to the boss. Gotta find a way to get over there. Maybe fight these guys. Oops, fell off by mistake. Alright. So, I know exactly where I need to go. The problem is how to get there, because I can't actually dash there, because I'm gonna fall. Maybe there's some sort of puzzle that I need to look for. Some sort of switch I need to hit. In any case, I'm gonna go down this way, and I'm gonna go and find another one of those switches to pull up and get myself where I need to be. But this is gonna be the way I need to go in order to get to the boss. So I'm gonna have to forget this for now and simply just move on. But those enemies are down, so I'm not gonna need to worry about them. Gotta find the elevator to go back up. Or actually, no, there's no elevator. It's just that there was a door there. Let me go to this point over here so I can fully heal myself and go in here. I want to go here. Gotta find out like where I need to go to get there. Because I think I might need one more of those. Alright, just gotta find a way to get over here. Oh, wait. At least transport here. I haven't actually done that, so let's go and this way. Go. Now I have another one. Gotta get more so I can get myself some skills. Hey, Chronicle, what's going on, dude? Alright, let's go this way. We go down. Yeah, but now I'm further away. Oops. Shit. Okay, let's try this again. What's this game? This is Hyper Light Drifter. This game came out 3 years ago on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. And it came out, I think, either last year or 2 years ago on the Switch. It was originally going to be on Wii U, but it got canceled. And then they decided to move it to Switch instead, which, good for me, since obviously I'm going to be using this. I use the Switch a lot more. But it's actually a pretty cool game so far. Because this game, I first heard about it because there was a Kickstarter campaign for it, which I was going to back, but I missed it. So, there's that. Oh, your brother told you about this game? Nice. Alright, so that switch already opened. There's one over here too that I can get. Since I already flipped that switch, I don't need to worry about that right now. Or what I will do, however, is get this and then automatically heal. I get myself out of this area. Go up. Now I gotta get out of the area I'm about to go to so I can go outside. Or actually, I'm outside already. Yeah, there's just one more switch I need to flip, but there's also a couple other things I need to do too before I fight the boss. The boss is right over here. So I need to flip this, and I need to flip this. But realistically speaking, I think I only need to just flip one. Dash. Go. Reminds you of a top-down Celeste. Yeah, Celeste is a really good game. There we go, moving on. Yeah, it's definitely nothing like Celeste, but like these art styles give a lot of people some pretty good vibes. Wait, I'm not gonna go in there. I was actually already in there. I just gotta go there. Alright, so let's go back up. Because I don't think that's where I need to. Because I need to go. I want to go here. Gotta find out how to get there. Maybe if I go this way. Oh, not like that, but go this way right here. That's where you have flip a panel? Yeah. I think this is the way I gotta go. Let's go down this way. This should probably lead me to where I gotta go, and... Yep, this is definitely it. Wait, is it? Yeah, this is definitely it. I just gotta find it. I don't think it's gonna be that far, but... Hard to type phone fast? Yeah, I understand. But I think it's me having to go down rather than go left. So I'll come back here in a little bit. First, I'll go this one right here. Trying to beat common and lag stream lag. Right, I understand. Here it is. That was it. And there we go. It's complete. But now, like, something's happening. And I don't know what it is, but... What? Well, now that's taken care of, so... Now I can move through. Right? All I'm gonna do now is leave. I'm going this way. Oh, the Princess Monster from the toilet realm popped up. Yeah. Oh, wait. I had to wait. Let's go up. But maybe I shouldn't have gone that way. Maybe I should go back the other way, like the way I came. Because I recognize this direction right now. Regardless, I did the objective that I needed to do in this part. Well, that I wanted to do. Alright. Now I'm gonna move on this direction. Alright, let's go. Alright. We go back to the warp point. Now that that's taken care of, let's go. You're not annoying at all, no. Don't worry about it, dude. It's cool. I gotta go this way. Alright. Go up a little bit more. I understand. It's cool, dude. It's cool. Go up this way. Alright. This way. So let's go up this way a little bit more. Platform that does not exist. Mega Maker? You mean like a Mega Man Maker, but for PC? Because I know about that. I haven't tried it myself, though. I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that, dude. I was at that area before. I gotta figure out how to go there. I don't know why I thought something was there when it really wasn't. Really? I've actually never played Bloodborne. If they ever bring Bloodborne to Steam, I'll pick it up. Yeah, but this looks so beautiful. Take me to where I need to go. Hmm. Only reason you say this is because Bloodborne you use a little dash to dodge instead of rolling like in Dark Souls. Right, right. No! Shit. I keep trying this. Ah, shit. That it? Nope. Knocked it out. Let's go up this way. Alright. What I gotta do right now is get the hell out. Find the boss. I mean, I know where the boss is, but actually getting to it. Alright, let's go this way. Get them out, those ninja frogs. I mean, I've got to the first two bosses with no problems and beat them. But I'm looking for the third one right now. In hopes that something's gonna come up and I can get through it fast. Alright. Now the problem is actually trying to get there to fight the boss. Clearly I gotta go there. But now I just gotta figure out how. Like, what do I need to do to get there? Gotta think about this carefully. I gotta go there right now so I can fight the boss. I basically suck at video games in general, so when I played Dark Souls 3, I could only get to the Abyss Watchers before I rage quit. I'm sorry, dude. You know, I don't really think that anybody necessarily sucks. Just takes some time for people to actually get through what they need to do. Alright, just gotta think about this, how to actually get over there. Go heal. Oh, there's something there, but I gotta figure out how to get there. I see. Okay, maybe I should... Okay, not like that. But I should try a different approach to get there. But this is going to mean that I'm going back inside. So I think I need to go right from here to here. I would go this way. No, actually, should find something else I need to do. I just gotta figure out how to get there, like to the boss. Oh, shit. Wait, there's something there. Wonder if I can actually get there. No, not from that. It's not really open world. It does have a linear path when you know what you're doing. Nope. That's right. Alright, so not much I can do there. I want to at least beat the third boss tonight if I can. Shouldn't really be this difficult to find what I need to find. Maybe if I shoot. No. There's gotta be something to open that, but I don't know what it is. Be sure to explore as much as you can and check off the track. Yeah, I should definitely do that, Enigma. Yeah, because right now, I'm just trying to find out how to get to that area, because that's where the boss is. Like, straight up ahead. But I gotta look for some alternatives in this case. Alright, no problem, Chronicle. Alright, there's another way over there, but I don't know how to access it. That's the entire world map right here. Maybe I should try this way, but I'm not sure, like, let's go here. Alright, back over here. What I want to do right now, before trying to attempt this part again, is to go right here, this area. There might be an underground area that I need to go, so I can probably access this. This again. Alright. Alright, so I just gotta think about what I'm gonna do, where am I gonna go. Oh good, I got another one of these. Alright, let's go this way. Let me actually go back to town real quick. Let me see if I can get myself a dashing skill. If there's a skill where I can dash farther than I already can, that would actually be very useful. So right now I'm gonna go straight to this area over here, dashing area. See if I have enough for anything. Okay. I don't have this one. Right. No, I actually do have this one. This one I don't have. That's actually cool. I think I'll go with this one. Yo, what's up, Ted? How you doing? Right now, I'm trying to get to the third boss, but I'm having a bit of trouble trying to get there. So I think I'm gonna backtrack for a bit before I figure out what I gotta do with that. I already did north, but I want to at least like come here just because I believe there's something. What was it? Hidden paths. Backtrack just to get stuff. But Ted, I hope you're doing well tonight, dude. I don't know how I didn't see that before. Not bad, just didn't do much tonight? Ah, I see. Yeah, right now I'm just working on like getting through more of this game. But I think there's some stuff that I'm missing and I need to get. I'll go up a little more. Damn it. Should have known that was gonna happen. But this is where I gotta go, like right there. I want to at least flip that switch right there. Heal real quick. Oh, this. Then move, and then let's go down. This is where I'm gonna need to go. Okay, that way's blocked. One more and I get another one. I keep collecting them so I can get myself some more skills. And when I'm done with this part, I can always go back. Alright, what would be nice is there would have been more light around here. Right. Well, not that way. Gotta know to go the right ways. This map's weird. Maybe if I go down a little bit more. This has to be the place. I have to find a way to open that. And get through it. I was thinking that would help with all the matters, but it doesn't. Okay. Gotta find out where else I gotta go here. That kills me. So I think that's gonna undo everything I just did here. So I'm gonna have to do it all again. Damn it. Wait, I want to check something. Oh, that's stupid. Should not really do that. So what I'm gonna do is have you try changing your dashes. Chaining your dashes. Still trying to do that. Yeah, like I'm not very good at this. Really should still do that. Okay, let's take care of those. But when you do, it makes a lot of traps easier to dodge. Right, right. Oh, I didn't even see that there. Maybe that's where I needed to go. Yeah, it's tough to get down. Those little things keep following me. This way. Not here. That's what I love about the combat of this game. It takes time, but once you get the stuff down. Yep. Hey, Hyper Turbo Deluxe, what's going on, dude? Thanks for the 10 bits. Playing some Hyper Light Drifter. There's a lot of crazy things you can pull off in this game. It's actually pretty fun. I just hope to beat this game. If not this week, then sometime next week. Thanks, dude. I'm a huge fan of Ninja Turtles, hence the name Shellshock. I grew up playing Ninja Turtles since I was a kid, as well as watching the shows and reading some of the comics. And, of course, watching the movies. I would like to, but given the fact that I'm living in an apartment, it's not going to be completely feasible. But I would definitely love to. That pushes me down. Maybe this is the path that I really need to take. Oh, Shellshock. One of my friends who's also a streamer does that too with me, because he's also a fan. There we go, because I didn't get this yet, but now like I finally got this part. So now I'll go back to the east section. But I still got a boss to fight. Same here. It's very high on my list. I have a special place in my heart for that game. Been one of my favorite games since I was like, I still have the cartridge on the Super Nintendo. Well, now that I'm done with that part, let's go back over here. First, let me see something. And when we did got a turtle game that's like that, the remake, it's nowhere near as good. Like, it just didn't have that magic. And the music, they would tease you for a few minutes, or a few seconds, like thinking that it's the same thing, and it turns out it's not. So it was horrible. Yeah, Ubisoft was the one that published it and developed it. Konami didn't do anything. But then again, I'm not really happy with Konami right now. Well, more or less. Though I do kind of want the new Contra game. Yeah, they cut the levels that were in the Super Nintendo version. It's only the arcade levels and that's it. Not a fan of that. I mean, I like the arcade version, but the Super Nintendo version, you cannot beat that one out of all the Turtle games. I never got to play the one from Platinum. I was excited for it because Platinum Games makes amazing games, and I was hoping they would do Ninja Turtles justice, but I've heard that it was mediocre at best. Like, it's like they're like Platinum's worst game, and Platinum is known for making amazing games. So I personally want them to try again with Ninja Turtles, but this time under better circumstances. Like, instead of having Activision have a better publisher that would do the Turtles justice. Or, you know what? Instead of getting a publisher like to help them publish the game, why don't they just make one, get the license, they do it on their own, Yeah, I heard Transformers Devastation was really good. Legend of Korra, I've heard, was okay. Like, it's not like the best. But let's see. I still have to play Anarchy Reigns. I've heard Anarchy Reigns was like kind of mixed. Some people liked it, some people didn't. But I was told that if I was going to go in it thinking that it was going to be a direct follow-up to Mad World, that I was going to be completely disappointed. Which is a shame, because I enjoyed Mad World. I actually thought that game was great. And The Wonderful 101 is a game I need to do at some point. Like, finish. Yes, I gotta get Astral Chain. I can't wait. Yo, the Switch has too many great games coming out. Like, we already got Marvel last week. And we're going to be getting Fire Emblem, like, on Friday. And Astral Chain's next month. There's just way too many games coming out for the Switch. And you know what? It's a problem. It's a good problem, mind you. But the bad problem, however, is being fixed. Which is the Joy-Cons. The Joy-Con drift. I'm going to borrow a friend, I'm going to borrow a friend's Joy-Cons that he's not using, so that I could send mine into Nintendo for free of charge. Since they're going to be doing it free of charge now for fixes, which I'm thinking is a pretty good move. No, meat and backlogs do not mix. Because the point of the Alphabet Challenge in the first place is to use that as a way to help clear my backlog, and that's going to be something that I really need to work on. As you can see, like, right over here, look at my shelf right here. I have a lot of games, and I still have more, like, around here. Like, I need to have a second shelf, because what I want to do is have, like, one shelf dedicated to Nintendo, and the other one dedicated to everybody else. Like Sega, Microsoft, and, well, Xbox, and PlayStation. So I can have everything right there. There's a lot of games I want to get. There's a lot of games I still need to find, like, but I want to get into retro collecting as well with Super Nintendo. I'm trying to find Super Metroid at a pretty good price. Super Metroid and also Zelda: Link to the Past. I know I could get the re-releases on like 3DS, and I have the Super Nintendo Classic, but I also want to have the cartridge. Because I like owning some physical media. Yep. Because last year, when I went to Long Island Retro Expo, I went to one of the vendors, and before anything, I could hear like the sirens. Sorry if you had to hear that. Something's going on around here. Anyway. The other thing is that one of the vendors I went to when I went to Long Island Retro last year, I got Mega Man X1 for $20. That was the cheapest I have ever found it for. And it's not going to get any cheaper, so I decided to go with that. Yeah. I think that was the best price that I could possibly get for it. Because if I have to have one Mega Man X game on the Super Nintendo, X1 is the one that I need to go with. Yeah, Mega Man X3 is too much. That's like 30-ish. No. Mega X1 is 30-ish. Mega Man X3, no, that's like $200, $300. Harvey Alert can't stay in chat, unfortunately. You know why. Have a great stream. All right, take it easy, Dana. Yeah, Long Island Retro Swap meets. But I've only done the convention. Yo, X3. I like X1 a lot. I think it's the best one in my opinion on Super Nintendo. X2. Oh, it hasn't happened. Oh, it hasn't happened yet this year. I was talking about last year. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go to it this year. I'm gonna be purchasing my tickets soon for it. I wonder what guests they're getting this year, because last year they got RGT85 and they got no, gotta go this way. They had RGT85. They had Spawn Wave, the Immortal John Hancock. I'm hoping to meet some more like YouTubers and Twitch streamers. Yeah, 8-Bit Guy was there too. I know Vinesauce always goes because he lives on Long Island. Wolfden's gonna be there. Wolfden also lives in Long Island. If they ever ask for like feedback on what type of guests I would like to see over there, the one I really want to see the most is, I'm hoping that they could manage to get the Angry Video Game Nerd. He's the one I really want to meet the most. I met a lot of YouTubers, but he's the one I'm hoping to meet someday. Like, he's pretty much like he's like everybody's idol, but he's definitely my idol. Let's see, other YouTubers I like to meet. He's in Pennsylvania. He used to live in Jersey, but he moved to Pennsylvania. Who else would I like to meet? Scott the Woz. Like, the past like near 3 years, he blew up. Yeah, there's a lot of good Philly YouTubers. There's Some Call Me Johnny, and the Super Gaming Brothers. There's PK Sparks. There's Justin Silverman, who goes by the name of Silvermania. But they're the only ones that I know in terms of gaming. I also want to meet Smooth McGroove, because he makes some really good stuff. Smooth McGroove, Family Jewels, Toxic Eternity, Johnny Atma, aka Game Metal. Let's see, other music YouTubers. No, he's not. Well, actually, I don't even know where Smooth McGroove even lives. But I'd actually like to meet him. Yeah, I've been to PAX East a couple of times. I've never met Family Jewels, but I've met the Runaway guys. I've met Some Comic Johnny, Ant Dude. Let's see who else. I met Ash and Derek from Game Explain. I've never met Andre. Like, I met a lot of people, like, over the years. How do I get... Oh, yeah, I should go in there now. Yeah, I would like to meet Family Jewels someday. Who else I like to meet? I would like to meet John Riggs, Metal Jesus. Like, the only one from Metal Jesus' friends that I've met was Kelsey. She's the one that she's the one who has Pink Gorilla, when she works there. Well, no, she still does, but I remember her working there because I met her because there was an Animal Crossing event back in Nintendo in New York years ago, and I somehow met her, and she happened to be a mutual friend of someone I know. I watch GameSack, but sometimes they, like, my friends and I make fun of them, but they have really good stuff. I like Dave, but now he doesn't really do it anymore because he's been busy with family, which is very understandable. Dave is a really good guy. Joe, for him, like, I know he's like the Sega guy, and I love Sega, don't get me wrong. I feel like, to me, he's kind of hit or miss. I like Dave more, though Joe did grew on me much later. As far as other YouTubers I like, let's see. The Hobby Console Gamer. I've been getting into this YouTuber Matt McMuscles, who used to be a part of the Super Best Friends play. Stop Skeletons from Fighting. I love Stop Skeletons from Fighting. I watch a lot of Punching Weight. I was gonna say I watch a lot of the localization, How the West Was Lost, and Zaibatsu is Dead. Watched a lot of Past Mortem, which is pretty good. One of my favorites that he did was the one with Mighty Number 9. Like, basically how Mighty Number 9 correlates with Mega Man 11. And if people want to know my opinions on Mighty Number 9, I hate the game. I hate it. Out of all the games that I backed on Kickstarter, it's the one that, in my opinion, is the worst. And to make the matters worse, this is the biggest punch in the gut. I backed what I found out was the worst version of the game, which is the one on the Wii U. Because that game is super sluggish. Like, it doesn't run well at all. And not only that, but it's prone to crashing, and it could potentially brick the console too. So yeah, people want to know what's my opinion on Mighty Number 9? It's a load of crap. Lost a lot of respect for Keiji Inafune. But I think that right now Capcom is well off without him. And I think Mega Man 9 was really good. I'm hoping that... Not Mega Man 9. Well, Mega Man 9 was good, but Mega Man 11 is what I meant. That one was really good, and I'm hoping that we get a Mega Man 12 and Mega Man X9 at some point. Did I check Kingdoms of the Dump out? Not yet. Not yet, Ted. They'll probably go with X9 running on the same engine as Mega Man 11, but modified to fit in the Mega Man X style, where it's more fast-paced. But I'm hoping it's closer to the first 4 X games, where but in my opinion, what I want them to do is make it more closer to X1 to X4, but at the same time, because you have X and Zero, but I'm thinking they might also have Axel, and I've beaten. Here's the thing, Turbo, like Hyper Turbo Deluxe. Last year, from like late May of last year up until close to the end of the year, I've marathon Mega Man games, starting with Mega Man 1 in the classic series, and ended it with Mega Man X8. I actually haven't been here yet, but now I can actually go through this part. Wait. But I have enough to go through. What gives? Damn it. Yeah, like, if you want my opinions on the classic series, I'll start with this. Mega Man 1 is the worst one of the original classic series. The series did not get good until 2. 2 is amazing. 3 is just as amazing as 2, in my opinion. 4, it introduced the charge shot, but the bosses are kind of underwhelming, as were the stages. Um, 5 is a very underrated game. In my opinion, I still think that 2 and 3 are better than 5, but 5 is good in its own right. Yeah, the Mega Man games are definitely worth it. 6 it's decent. It just feels a bit like safe. 6 was, to me, is like the safest Mega Man, one of the safest Mega Man X games. 7, I like the story. I like a lot of the new characters they added. They added Auto, they added bass and treble. The music is fantastic, some of the best in the series. But the problem I have with 7 is, like the way, like the gameplay, like I feel like the stages are smaller than the characters. And the final boss in Mega Man 7 is awful. Like, in my opinion, the worst classic series boss. And it's easily the most hardest. 8? Voice acting aside, I really liked 8 a lot. A lot more than I thought I would. Easily one of the best games on Sega Saturn and Sony PlayStation. And any platform it's on. Like, it's really good. I put it high up in my best, like, Mega Man Classic Series list. 9, I like 9 except for some of the Wily stages, like especially like there was one where like it was like they had like a Yellow Devil like boss. That one was annoying. And then there was also a stage where it was all gravity. Easily the hardest classic series game I've ever played. And I really enjoyed a lot. As did with 11. 11 to me was a nice return to form with the Mega Man series. It was great to see the series back. Like, going back to the original style whilst having a lot of new things. Yeah, Dr. Wowie. And then also, like, one of my favorites was, like, the Dr. Light voice actor, like, messed up his lines and they never cut it. I'm not sure if the Japanese voice acting is bad too. I really don't know. But I did enjoy the game. I really liked it. He stumbled on his line, and it was just amazing that, like, how bad the voice acting was, because a lot of people thought that Capcom, because apparently these voice actors live in Japan, and like they're English speaking actors that live in Japan, and they just pulled them from the street just to have them voice. Like the person that played as Mega Man in the game is actually a Japanese tour guide. Well, she's an American living in Japan. She's a tour guide and also teaches Japanese how to speak English. That's all I could find about her. Like, they did the same thing with the original Resident Evil 1 when they hired all those actors. A lot of them were like American actors or British actors or Canadian that were living in Japan at the time. And they just pulled them, and they have no acting experience whatsoever. So the voice actors and actresses for Resident Evil 1 and the live action actors and actresses are completely different. They're not consistent. So, like, for example, Jill's definitely going to sound different compared to what her actual live action actress in the game. And of course, we have the infamous Jill sandwich line from Barry Burton. And then if you play the director's cut, you'll be treated to the best music ever for in video game history. And what I mean by that, as in the basement. If you ever played the DualShock or the director's cut for Resident Evil 1 on PlayStation, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's see. What else? Let's see. Capcom is weird. Like, they do a lot of good stuff, but the bad stuff is just, like, really bad. Like, one of the things that a lot of people hate about Capcom nowadays is the way that they do, like, their Switch releases for a lot of their ports, where they'll put one game in the cartridge, and then the other game is a download code. I mean, I'll give them Resident Evil Revelations 2, because that's a big cartridge, and 32 gig carts are really expensive, but there is no excuse for there's no excuse for the whole Mega Man thing, splitting both of them. They could have just made one menu, and you could choose between you want to do Legacy Collection 1 or Legacy Collection 2. They could have done that, and they didn't. Yeah, they were cheapening out on Switch. So I ended up getting the Classic Series collection, like, as well as the X Series collections digitally. You want to know how big Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 is? That one is, like, about under 200 MB. So there's no excuse not to put both games in the cartridge. Because the Legacy Collection 2 is about 3 gigs. But for the X series, they're both bigger. You have about like 1 to 2 gigs for the first one, and you have like about like 7 for the second Legacy Collection 2, because the second Legacy Collection, because you have 2 like PlayStation 2 games in addition to 2 PlayStation 1 games. I'm actually gonna get the other Resident Evil collection that's coming out, that has 4, 5, and 6, because I actually want the physical cartridge for 4. I think that's gonna be a much better deal than buying them all on eShop, where the games are $30. If Capcom wants to do something with Resident Evil 4 on the Switch, why not patch the game so that you can have the gyro controls? Because the fact that it doesn't have gyro controls on Switch is a huge missed opportunity, and Capcom should really be ashamed of it. So, I haven't actually done this one. I actually did, but this is like another way. So, going back to what Hyper was talking about, as he says he likes X1, X2, and X4 is a distant third for him. He thinks X3 is poorly laid out, and he does not like X5 and X8. Here's my rankings for the X series. X1 is a masterpiece. X2 is great. X3 is basically a safe sequel. Like, they're just playing it safe on that one. I think X4, in my opinion, is the best one of the series, with X1 being like a very, very close second. X5 is decent in my opinion, it has some pretty good ideas, but some of them have been executed poorly. X6 is the worst. It's the worst one. X7, they tried new ideas, they were going to the 3D route, but it's bad. X8 is, in my opinion, I think X8 was okay. Nothing special. It does have better boss battles than X7 and X6. Maybe even X5 too. Oh, and if you want to know what I think about Mega Man and Bass, it's okay. It's more of a Bass game than a Mega Man game, if you ask me. I think they should just not have Mega Man in there and you only play as Bass. And it would just be a spin-off. And it would be treated as its own thing, and I wouldn't have a problem with that. Still a pretty good game. Not as good as most of the other Mega Man games. Now, speaking of Capcom, I will say that, in my opinion, they have a lot more series that they're sitting on. They brought back Devil May Cry, Devil May Cry 5, and I haven't played it myself, but from what I've seen of it, they've done a fantastic job. So, what should they bring back next? Yeah, well, like a Power Stone collection for all the platforms. I would also like Beautiful Joe 3, as well as remasters for the first 2 games. I would like a Strider collection. I know that they made a Strider game a couple of years ago for PS4, Xbox One, PC, and it was on PS3 and 360 as well. For some reason, I was hoping that was going to be on Wii U, and it wasn't. But I think that should be on Switch. And also, they should put that in a collection with Strider for the arcade, Strider for the NES, since they're both different games, as well as Strider 2. Like, do a Strider collection. Because I feel like more people should know who Strider is outside of the Versus series. Because we got the Capcom Beat 'em Up bundle. I think that's a pretty good collection right there of beat 'em up games. What's another collection? I would like a Marvel vs. Capcom collection. Yeah, because I remember the Nintendo Direct from the fall. I'm thinking that there's going to be another Nintendo Direct this fall that will cover some more games we don't know about. Because, let's be honest, Nintendo is going to destroy our wallets once again. Alright, no, not there. Even though I have it digitally, I'm thinking about importing the physical copy. And they called it the Belt Action Collection for whatever reason. Like, I don't know why they call it Belt Action. But I know for a fact that it's just weird how Japan calls like certain genres compared to what we're used to calling them. Like, we call them beat 'em ups here because that's what we see them as. But I think that it's pretty good. Like, I love Final Fight. I love Captain Commando, Knights of the Round. Those are like the best ones. But Armored Warriors is pretty good. Battle Circuit's good. Like, they're all good. But Knights of the Round is a very, very good beat 'em up. Ghost and Goblins collection would be nice too. Yeah, I kind of wish I got that on Super Nintendo, but I didn't. Though I wouldn't be surprised if it's expensive now. There was a lot of Capcom games that are expensive. Like, a lot of Super Nintendo games in general that are expensive. I should be able to get through this part, but it won't let me for whatever reason. Capcom actually developed and published an X-Men game for Super Nintendo, which, in my opinion, is the only X-Men game worth getting. Mutant Apocalypse. Really good game. If I can get the Marvel Superheroes game they did, because I heard that one was actually a pretty solid game too. But that came out like way late in the Super Nintendo's lifespan, like 96. When the PlayStation and Saturn were out, and N64 like just came out around that time. People are gonna ask me what's my least favorite Nintendo home console. But this is more of a unpopular opinion. N64 for me, my least favorite. Though, to be honest, I think what Nintendo was trying to go for with the N64, I think they did it a lot better with the GameCube. With the exception for Mario. I did not really like Mario Sunshine all that much. I think 64 is a much better game. Though, I haven't played Twilight Princess that much, and I've never finished Wind Waker. I know a lot of people that love Wind Waker, and I know some people that didn't. The Twilight Princess, I have it on Wii, but if I ever were to stream that game, it's going to be the Wii U version. But yeah, I love the Super Nintendo. It's my favorite video game system, video game console of all time. I will say, between N64 and PlayStation 1, I think N64 has like some of the. I actually think that N64 has better graphics for the most part for 3D. There are a couple of exceptions, but I do think that PlayStation has like a much better library than what N64 has. There's more RPGs. There's barely any on the 64. Yes, Super Nintendo has some great JRPGs, and PlayStation has a lot of great ones too. Like probably more, because PlayStation has like a lot of the stuff. They took working designs from Sega, and they took Square and Enix from Nintendo. Yeah, we got Quest 64, and that game was trash. I will not stream that game. Let me actually do that. I have a couple of games I will never beat. I have a list of games I will never go back to ever again. Donkey Kong 64 is on the top of my list of games I will never, never, ever go back to ever again. I hate that game so much. I streamed it. The final boss is bullshit. I didn't even beat it. The final boss is so fucking bullshit that I will never ever play that game again. So people ever say, you ever want to go back to playing that game and try to 100% it? It is a hard no. Never again. But I will, however, stream other Donkey Kong games. I'll stream 1, 2, and 3, as well as Returns and Tropical Freeze. But never 64 again. Never. I'd rather spend the rest of my life without ever having to grow a beard ever again than to play that game. That's the only good thing about that, the DK rap. Oh, I didn't even see this open. No wonder. No wonder why I was stuck, because I didn't even see this part. But the N64 did have a Mega Man game, but it's basically just a port of Legends 1. Which, in my opinion, I think it's better. Like, in terms of controls, it's easily better on 64 than on PlayStation. Because Legends 1 had no analog support, while the N64 version does. At least they fixed that with Legends 2. That's another collection we need. The Legends collection. Let's open this. Oh my god, yes. All these paths opening, now I can actually get through. But now we got more enemies. Wait, what's happening? Okay, good. Now I can actually go this way. Because the boss is going to be right there. I know I have Mario Maker coming up, but I want to at least, like, try to get to the boss and beat him before I switch over to Mario Maker. But if it means that I probably might do a longer stream, like, going over midnight, then I'll probably do that. We'll see. But I definitely want to get a lot of Mario Maker time in. Right after I'm done with Hyper Light Drifter for the night. Oh, there he is. Okay. Yo, what's up, Holy Rusted Metal? Wow. That's actually the easiest boss, and I beat him on my first try, too. Because I had a really hard time with the second boss in the west. The west area. Like, wow. First try. Yeah, I'm clipping that. So, Holy Rusted Metal, this is Hyper Light Drifter. Right? There's still like one more of those to go. Alright. As soon as I get out of here, and as soon as I get to like a warp point of some sort, then I'm gonna oh, I got a gun. soon as I get out of here, like, I'll go back to the warp point, and then from there, I'll at least go right here. There's still this right here. Let's do this. And then I practically did everything that there was to do here. So the hyperlight drifting is that zoom that they do. I expect a race game. Oh no, it's an adventure game. A damn good one too. Alright. Well, that was actually pretty good. That I actually wasn't expecting to beat the boss. I actually thought that I was going to have to wait till next time, but no, I actually did it. So the third boss is done. But tomorrow I'm going to make some more progress. Alright. I will... Alright, no problem. I'm actually going to switch games right now. This is the part where I'm going to switch games. So, that's going to be the end of Hyperlight Drifter for tonight. And I will do more of that tomorrow.